I always see some activity from you, Miss Kathy, in the CRM. And are you, I think, did I help you upload that lead list to the CRM or was that somebody else?
You did. You helped me.
Got you. Was that just leads from like a prior lifetime?
Yeah, and I've called them quite a few times already,
Gotcha.
but I'm working on some more.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to schedule a call with me too, I'll send you an email. No worries.
Okay.
Cool. Looks like a majority of the people are in today. So I don't have any really crazy updates other than like last month, which was the first month of the year, was our best month for all the folks who are, currently on my team as an RSD. So just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's on the call right now. And then this month as well, we're trending in an upward trajectory for pretty solid month this month as well so far. So we'll leave it at that. Want to give a big shout out to Ashley White. She's already at 8 apps for 7,442. And then Nick Cleek, he's not on the call right now, I don't think, but I think he's in California as well. So he's a new agent, and I mean, we're only 5 days into the month, and he's averaging about an app a day. So great job to you guys. Um, what I wanted to get from you is how many people were on the script call with Jeff last week? Anybody?
Yeah, I was on it.
I was on it.
Yeah, I think most of
I was
us
on
were.
there.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And it showed a lot of I liked it a lot because there wasn't like a ton of like grand slams. I really enjoyed it because it showed the fluidity of the script. And I think Jeff was really looking more for like a static example of adherence. But that's just not the nature of sales. I mean, you can only get so like structured when it comes to having conversations. Otherwise, you will start to sound robotic. So a lot of it was, what's I want to know, like Mike, for example, what's like a key takeaway you had from that script training?
I mean, you definitely can tell the confidence in the level of the different folks that were speaking. You could tell the brand new people versus the folks that have been doing it for a little bit, a little more comfortability. I mean, that's what I'm going to be sounding like because I'm starting inbounds today. So, and I'm
Nice.
still not 100% comfortable with the script. So hopefully Jeff doesn't pick one of mine out.
I hear you.
I'll tell
But
you
yeah,
what,
it's
I
definitely
don't know.
you can tell the tone of voice. I think it was the biggest takeaway for me.
Yeah. John, you had something?
I don't know if it'll help anybody else, but like I tried to start in on that new script last week too, and I found myself fumbling along on words that I don't typically say. So I copied the script over and put it into a Word document, and then like went through it to replace words that I normally say in my everyday language that others don't, and then I also recorded it on my phone and listened to it like over and over, in addition to putting earbuds in when I go to bed and then listening to it literally while I'm going to sleep and for like until the earbuds go dead. I mean, that kind of helps like get just even your subconscious getting it in over and over just gets that rhythm down. Like the next day, I felt like so much better actually trying to read the script and get through it. So,
Yeah, that's a
That's a
great tip.
that's a great idea. I was telling Anthony on my call last week, I've had a hard time digesting the new script for whatever reason. My brain is just whatever. So I'm gonna definitely try that today. I'm gonna throw it in
it's a
Grammarly.
lot, that's for sure. It's a lot compared to any other script I've used before myself. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah,
Cool.
I would call it unwieldy. I can't like throw it around like unwieldy.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
It's hard
think
to.
just repeating it over and over and over, and then just sort of making it your own, like you guys are saying, like exactly what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I'm not really like using it, but I want to because, like one of you guys had said, um, it's making you say words that you wouldn't ordinarily say, and the client's going to dig into those a little bit. They're like key words. It is true. It's going to bring stuff out that you
Yeah.
want to talk about.
I also got clear braces like 9 weeks ago, so I still haven't. I'm still struggling to say S words.
Sword.
It's like getting It's like getting a grill from the middle of the mall when you're a teenager. Some of
Yeah, I
y'all.
think I have too many gaps in my teeth, so if I have too many S words in a row, it just so same.
But to Kenny's point, though, I do want to point that out, man. That's a great observation, because you want to change stuff, but you don't want to change like the essence of like the reason behind certain parts in the script, right? Like words here and there is fine, but like for, when you say words like need, or when you start digging into the needs analysis in general, and bringing out those uncomfortable things to ask clients. I know you might want to try to change some of those things as well, but I would like kind of urge you to keep those in, because the only way to get a different result is to do things differently than you have been doing them. Right. So anything's going to feel uncomfortable at first. And then with repetition comes comfortability. Right. So what's like, and what matters the most to me in that script is probably the level of conviction. So like I'm curious to know, and I do this every once in a while, but does anybody have like any impactful life insurance stories besides Ashley White? Like, has anybody had a client call them, like any story at all? Nothing like crazy over the top, just like, has anybody had to help anybody through a death claim or anything like that yet?
I've got like 4 going on right now, but they're just sitting there, waiting.
How'd they find you? How'd they find out you were their agent?
Well, the insurance company sends you an email.
Okay, but not the beneficiary didn't reach out to you?
On one of them, one of the sisters found a policy, and they were trying to get the money from the stepsister. Some drama going on.
Yeah, you'll get some of that too, huh?
Yeah,
Anybody
but
else have anything like
that's not
that?
what you're talking about.
Man, consider yourself lucky if you haven't, had anybody call you and somebody passed away, because it's like, man, I had some of you guys are familiar with Patrice, like Patrice Shepard. I just spoke with her over the weekend because I was looking for somebody to help out with referrals. And she was like, I don't know how to say this because it's gonna sound crazy, but like that's the best time to get referrals, is like when someone passes away. And I'm like, well, really, there is no other way to say it. I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's the only time when it seems like our clients are in a mindset to actually purchase today, is if you can actually bring that reality to their forefront. And the best way to do that is to use our experiences with, beneficiaries who call us and, try to make a claim on their mother, or make a claim on, their sister. Right. In Kenny's case, there's a little bit of drama behind that, but hey, that's actually a pretty powerful story too, because we're all pretty much the same. Like, families are families. We all probably have siblings. And if your family doesn't have like a final wishes thing put together, it could probably get confusing if a key player passed away in our family, like a breadwinner. And, I could see that happening as well. For a lot of people. So like, try to put yourself in their shoes before. This is something I used to do, and hop on the phones with that intention, but more so just the intention that anybody I speak to today can actually buy from me. And I used to wonder, like, do I have the best products? Like, is AmAm really that good? Is Mutual of Omaha that good? Is there any company out there? I'm curious to know what you guys have to say about this too, but does anybody know of like a sure sign of like, oh, they can't buy from me, I don't have the best product for them? So we're all pretty confident that we have the best product on the market. That's a good thing. I agree with you. Yeah, 100%. So let's role play a little bit of the rapport. One thing I saw with Jeff is he was looking for like this super structured part of the script that was rapport. And he jumped in during this lady's conversation and he goes, well, she skipped over the needs analysis. And some of you guys who take the inbounds are like, well, yeah, because they won't let you talk if they're just like gung ho on a quote right out the gate, right? You can put the needs analysis anywhere in there, but it's okay to like graze past it, give them control. But before you actually get them to the quote, you have to build rapport, or else the sale is lost to some degree, right? So I want to role play like rapport. And let's role play. Mike, since you're jumping on the phone, let's just go through the introduction first. And it'll just be a regular, just a regular thing. I'm not going to give you no crazy rebuttals or nothing like that. We'll run through some reps here. John, do you have your script too?
Yep, yep.
Cool. Kenny, are you still doing inbounds?
Yeah, outbound TTC.
Okay. All right, Mike, whenever you're ready. You're on mute, brother. Mike, you're on mute.
Yeah, good thing I didn't try and do that on an actual call. See, this is the type of stuff that trips me up when I change something.
Mhm.
Either because I have the Zoom mic on and off, and then I also have a button
Yeah.
for my microphone that sometimes I leave off, and it's right there. It's either green or red.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for calling Digital Senior Benefits. My name is Mike on a recorded line. How can I help you today?
Hey, Mike, I just saw the commercial. I was calling to get a quote.
Okay, well, I'm glad you saw our commercial. Before we dive in, can I get your first and last name, please?
Yeah, it's Anthony.
I adopted a formula.